Hello and welcome to Rick's Picks. As you can see, this is an Amonkhet draft, and as you also can see, I opened one of the very best mythics in the set here in Angel of Sanctions, so that's what I'm going to take. Other than that, I mean, all of our uncommons are pretty good. Trial of Ambition is great, Crocodile is great, the twins seem really good. I haven't played with them yet, but they do seem really good. However, all of those pale in comparison to the Angel of Sanctions, so let's go ahead and take that. Alright, well, we can follow that up. There are a bunch of options for us here. I think I could take a Fan Bearer. There's another angel, obviously, a white angel, but Seraph of the Suns is a fine card and all, but it's a bit on the expensive side, whereas the Fan Bearer is, a card that I always want in my white decks. And I feel like trying something, some zombie focused shenanigans here. This thing becomes a zombie when it's inbound, so Fan Bearer fits right in. There's also a Scattered Groves, which is a fine card to have, especially if you're heavy on cycling matters effect. And of course, if I were white green already, I would seriously consider it. But since I'm not, I think the Fan Bearer should be my best option here. Okay, I think I will keep taking cards in my color here because we have a Gust Walker, which is a fine card, one of the best aggressive white commons here. It's not a zombie, but we don't really have any zombie tribal shenanigans going on so far, so I'm not entirely worried about that. Aside from that, there's an hieroglyphic illumination is fine, flood water is fine. There's a cartouche of strain too. I mean, if I'm gonna dip into green, maybe the cartouche of strain is what I want to take here. Getting a cartouche of strength as a third card is a pretty good signal. But yeah, I think the cartouche is stronger than the Ghost Walker, but I feel like taking the card in my color at this point yet. Okay, there's a Sparring Mummy is fine. Cartouche of Solidarity is also fine. Zenith Seeker. Non-Priest is a card that has underwhelmed me. I'm not that big of a fan. There's an Essence Scattered though. Essence Scattered is a pretty good one. I think I'm gonna take the Mummy though. I mean, with nice cards in our color, there's really no reason to just jump into a second color here, unless we get past something like close to a bomb, which none of these cards are. And cartoon should be better if I already had a trial, but since I don't, let's take the Mummy. Okay, so now we will have to take something outside our color, I think, because Supply Caravan is not that great. I certainly think we can do better here. We could take. I think the best cards in this pack are probably the Zero Dawn and the Minotaur, both red cards. None of them are slam dunk picks here, but I do like the Abraham Minotaur a lot. And since we do already have stuff like Sperry Mummy, to untap guys, uh, obviously exert creatures will go pretty well here. We already have one, by the way. So yeah, let's take the Abraham Minotaur. I really do like that card. Okay, Bloodlust Insider is great. It's a card that I really like. There's a Sacred Cat, but I do like the Bloodlust Insider more. If this was last pack, I would probably take Sacred Cat over Insider, but since we did already get a red card here. I'm okay taking the Insider, I guess. Ooh, Ronus' Monument. There is an Anointer Priest. I do like Ronus' Monument a lot. And maybe it will be green white instead of red white. I mean, since there's nothing really for us here, I would rather just take the monument here, just in case we end up in green. Well, speaking of green, there's an Naga Vitalist as an eighth pick, which is a pretty great signal that green is actually open. I did pass a bunch of green stuff here so far, but yeah, let's take the Vitalist, see where that leads us. Alright, the green guys keep coming. Bitterblade Warrior is a fine card. I like it a bit better than Giant Spider, especially in a green white deck, since a green white deck will probably be more on the aggressive side. So yeah, let's take the Warrior. Alright, Ordinary Kudu versus Giant Spider. I'm gonna take the Kudu. We have a Fen Bearer, which is a fine target for this +1/+1. I mean, -1/-1 counter here. So yeah, let's do like this. Sure, here we don't have a lot of stuff. I I think this might be uh, you know the perfect Bronze's Monument deck. We have one Bronze's Monument in our main deck and all creatures. Shed Weakness is fine, but not like if I'm gonna try and make a deck around Bronze's Monument, I want all creatures and just ooh well never mind. Seems we get a Glory Bringer, so we may be red. Yeah, Glory Bringer is just not a real card. Nothing here, comes close to the power level, so let's take it. I think we may be red-white after all. The signals have been putting us in green, but you can't really argue with a bomb like Glory Bringer. Two excellent bombs I have here. We got past. There's a trial of strength, but yeah, like it's gonna take a lot here for me to not be red at this point. So I think what I'm gonna actually take here is a binding mummy. I still need a bunch extra zombies here to really make this thing work, but I really do like it. Uh, as for Toad is a busted card in Modern, I think, but not here. We're not gonna take it. I'm not even sure how good this is in limited. It may be good. I don't know. But here, yeah, let's take the early aggressive guy. Ooh, Devoted Crab Maid. Sure, sure. This is certainly a card that I like. There's an Entangler, a Spearmaster, an Insider, but yes, I think the Crab Maid is pretty much the kind of thing we're looking for here. And Binding Mummy #2, definitely taking that. I wouldn't mind getting another Sparring Mummy, but at this point, yes, let's take the Binding Mummy. Another Vizier of Remedies. Uh, the last pack we took a Binding Mummy, there was also a Vizier of Remedies, which is an okay card, I guess, but not a card that I'm entirely happy to main deck since it's kind of fragile. But yeah, let's take a Binding Mummy here. I think it's the best option. Right. Seems green is getting kind of underdrafted. I mean, those aren't amazing cards or anything, but we are still seeing a bunch of green cards here. Either way, we're gonna take the cycling Desert Seerdon here. Should be our best option. Not really interested in Mighty Leap. Okay, I do like Winged Shipper. That's what we're taking here then. Okay, here. Well, there's nothing we really want. We don't really want Inoketra's name, I don't think. don't have the critical mass of zombies to make that work. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take a Crocodile of the Crossing, just because it's the best card in the pack. Alright, those who serve is fine. It's a zombie, has a big butt, meaning that it can, like, it blocks well, but there are certain situations in which this guy attacks well, too. So, yeah, Watcher's Mask, Cider, sure. There's a Party Hauler, too. It's a card that I really like. Okay, so red and white are nowhere to be seen. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a Haze of Poland. Alright, well, let's take Catcher's Name. I don't foresee us playing that, but I guess we shall see. Like, we have all creatures at this point. We don't need more removal spells. I think the one removal spell we have is the Angel of Sanctions. But, having 13 creatures. I mean, if I end up with, all creatures here, I may even play the Monument of Ronas. Ronas' Monument, right? Yeah, well, I guess we shall see. Let's take another Insider, even though I don't think we're going to play two. Unless we have an excellent reason to do that, but shall see soon enough here. Alright, Brute Strength. Yeah, Cradle of the Accursed could be a nice card for us, since it makes zombies. Alright, Jared's Resolve is also okay, especially with the amount of exert cards we have, especially this one, but also things like this, and this, and this. So yeah, 14 creatures, 0 other so far. That's our deck. Have two removal spells, right? Glory Bringer and Age of Sanctions. Both our bombs are removal spells. Alright, speaking of removal spells, there's a Sweltering Suns. Although, I think the Battlefield Scavenger might just be better here. Sweltering Suns is a card that I'm okay main decking in this deck, even though we have a lot of stuff that dies to it because it has cycling. So yeah, I'm really not sure. And also, this thing is so good against me that I wouldn't want my opponent to get it, since uh, I'm gonna play the round one right away, and there's a good chance that I'll face someone in my draft. Although the Scavenger is a card that I really would like to see here. I don't know, man. I mean, Sword Suns is so good, though. I'll take the Suns. I'm not entirely happy with that pick there. May come to bite me. But well, here we have a honored crop captain. So let's go ahead and take that. Third Bind Mummy. I'm absolutely taking that. There's a Pull from Tomorrow, great card. Thresher Lizard is an okay card too. Alright, True Heart Twins. Is it better than a Winged Shepherd? Yeah, well, True Heart Twins should be excellent in an aggressive deck like ours. There's also a Manticore, which is a card that I like. But yeah, let's take the Twins. I think I'm not a big fan of Cartouche of Zeal, to be perfectly honest. I think I'm gonna take a Pathmaker though. Backable Timing could be fine as well. Yeah, let's get a Pathmaker. Approach of the Second Sun, huh? There's an Anointer Priest, Winged Shepherd. Let's take the Shepherd here. Should be our best option. Have have 19 creatures in one other card, and that's mass removal spell, which kills all of our guys pretty much. But luckily, he has cycling. All right, here we have nothing. I don't really want a third insider. So what do I take here? Maybe a Faith of the Devoted, just so that that thing doesn't come back to own me. Right, it's taking impeccable timing since it's a removal spell at the very least. I don't know. I think that there's certainly an argument for me to actually play Ronas's Monument here. Supply Caravan, Uncrop Champion. Man, Uncrop Champion is great in this deck with a bunch of Exert creatures. Not gonna play those, sadly. Could take a Supply Caravan, but I'm not. Yeah, we have like 3 5 mana cards so far. Let's take this guy, though we're not probably not gonna play it. Failure to Comply is not a great card. Let's take a Pursue Glory. I don't think I'm gonna play it. It's a bit on the expensive side, I think. Alright, another Ketra's name. I think we're gonna bring in something like a Jero's Resolve. And maybe a Brute Strength. Alright. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. We have a bunch of creatures, so these, well, 15th pick, this guy? This guy's actually fine. So, let's see. We have 23 cards in the deck right now. In the sideboard, we have stuff like maybe Pursue Glory. With the amount of creatures we have, Pursue Glory should be better than Brute Strength. Perhaps. I mean, let's. Not really sure if I want to play 2 Insiders. There's a Fan Bearer. Jero's Resolve. Pursue Glory. Impeccable Timing. Swatring Suns. So the question is, do I do I play the Ronas's Monument? A card that's 3 mana, and whenever I cast a creature spell, another creature of mine gets +2/+2 in trample. If I do play it, what do I take out? Maybe a Pursue Glory? I think Pursue Glory does, sort of that. Yeah, nah. Don't think I'm gonna play it. I mean, I could take out one of the Insiders and bring that in just to see what happens. I mean, with 18 creatures, I do like the Insider though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave this as is. The problem with Runners and Monument is that it's a horrible top deck, right? But if you manage to play on turn 3, then it's gonna be pretty hard for our opponent to do anything here. We may just play 16 land here, though. We have, let's see, 3 turn 1 cyclers for cyclers for 1 mana, and we have 1, 2 turn 2 cyclers. So maybe 16 land is correct here. Maybe. So also we could play with 17 land, making one of those lands a Cradle of the Accursed, because we have 3 Binding Mummies, so the Cradle can definitely come in handy in the right situation here. Hmm. Yeah, I think I'd like that, but like playing the run as monument here is a bit too greedy. I don't think it's gonna work out as well as I want to. So let's see. Let's sort by color. Yeah, I think it's gonna be an almost even split here, like 8-8 in the cradle, probably. Yep. All right. Well, this deck is certainly interesting. It has two of the best bombs in the format, so at least there's that. Let's see if we can win some games here.